Welcome all of you. Today we are going to discuss on a very beautiful shloka from Bhagavad Gita. This is sixth chapter, fifth verse. Before I take the shloka, let me just share my screen. Om Ajnanatimirandharasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. There was a room which was filled with lot of mirrors all across on the walls. Like you see in this picture, so many mirrors, filled with mirrors, a room. A small girl, she entered into this room, and this girl was smiling and laughing and was so eager to enter into the room and see what is there. And as soon as she entered, she saw that so many thousands of mirrors showing her own beautiful face, smiling and laughing and cheerful and joyful. And seeing all those faces in those mirrors, seeing her own face in those mirrors, she was becoming more and more joyful. After this girl entered, there was another girl who was crying so badly and yelling and shouting. She entered into that room filled with mirrors. And what did she observe? She also observed that so many crying and yelling and disgusted faces all across in the mirrors. She started to run towards one of those faces to actually beat it, and noticed that the same was happening in the mirror also. And frustrated, she actually left the room. For the first girl, that room meant as good as heaven. But for the second girl, the room was worse than hell. This is what John Milton says. The mind is its own place and in itself. It can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven. So mind has the power to convert heaven into hell and hell into heaven. The same concept is very beautifully explained in the shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we'll recite the shloka 3 times. उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानम् अवसादयेत् आत्मैव हि आत्मनो बन्धुर् आत्मैव रिपुरात्मना उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानम् अवसादयेत् आत्मैव हि आत्मनो बन्धुर् आत्मैव रिपुरात्मना उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानम् अवसादयेत् आत्मैव हि आत्मनो बन्धुर् आत्मैव रिपुरात्मना. If you carefully observe in the shloka, Atmana or Atmanam, these kind of words connected to Atma have appeared 7 times. So you may think, what is the meaning of again and again Atmana, Atmanam is coming? So let me explain to you what it says. Uddhared, uddhar karna. Let us elevate. So what? How can we be elevated? So it says Uddhared Atmana Atmanam. Atmana here refers to mind. By the mind, Atmanam is the soul. This Atma word has multiple meanings. The prime meaning is soul. Atma can also refer to the mind, or it can also refer to intelligence. Here, Atma word, once it is referring to the mind, and another time it is referring to the soul. Uddhared Atmana Atmanam. Let us elevate the soul by the mind. Natmanam avashadayed. Let us not degrade the soul by the mind. And it says आत्मैव ही, ये माइंड ही है, आत्मनो बंधु, जो आत्मा का बंधु है, जो सोल का बंधु है, जो लिविंग एंटिटी का बंधु है, इट इज हिज फ्रेंड. आत्मैव रिपुर आत्मना, रिपुर मीन्स एनिमी. आत्मा ही है, आत्मा here refers to mind. It is the mind alone which is the enemy of the conditioned soul. In brief, what the shloka says is, the mind can elevate the atma, can elevate the jivatma, and the mind can degrade the jivatma, because the mind has the potential to be the best friend of the living entity, and the mind has the equal potential to become the worst enemy. This we can see very beautifully in the case of Kauravas and Pandavas. Kauravas were in the palace, but they were burning with envy. They were burning with desire. They were burning with hatred. Whereas, even though they were in palace with all opulences with them, whereas Pandavas, when they had nothing practically, when they were in exile in forest, even then they were so happy. For Kauravas, the palace had become a hell because of envy and hatred and anger. And for Pandavas, even the forest had become a heaven because of their controlled mind and senses. So let us all control our own mind and senses by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So tomorrow we will be seeing that when can the mind be called a friend and when can the mind be called an enemy. So today we saw the potential of the mind, that it can act like both a friend and an enemy. And in tomorrow's shloka we will be seeing, that will be the next shloka to this, which will explain how can the mind become our best friend or when can the mind become our worst enemy.